Good morning. It's Tuesday, September 9th, 2014. This is Tech Talk Today, episode 55, and here we stand on the precipice of Apple's next big announcement, literally moments away from the live keynote. Today, we'll be going along with you for the ride of Apple's new announcement, undoubtedly the biggest announcement since the death of Steve Jobs. And to help me go through all of this, I've not only assembled a mumble room, which we will introduce momentarily, but joining me in person, in the physical, right here, Mr. Eric Ickmeyer, producer of the Jupiter Broadcasting shows. Hello, sir. Good morning. Welcome to Tech Talk Today.
Good morning, Chris.
So, Ick, we're 3 minutes away from the big Apple event, and I thought to kind of put today's event in perspective, I'd give you a little background on the formula of Apple keynotes, because they follow a structure, sure. And I'm sure you've noticed this, but here's some information for you. There has been 27 events since the introduction of the iPhone in 2007.
Yeah. Wow.
Most of them are actually available on iTunes. On average, these events run for 88 minutes, so that could be our potential mean runtime today. However, I think today's scope is we're probably going to go a little bit longer, but on the average is 88 minutes for an Apple keynote. A lot of times they have a simple, similar, presentation style. Here's something that's interesting. When Steve Jobs was running these bad mamma jammas, he dominated the stage. In fact, during the iPhone announcement, Steve Jobs was up on stage for 90 minutes. On average, with a Tim Cook keynote, Tim Cook's only up on stage in total for 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then he has everybody else come up on stage and do their own presentation, too.
It's going to be what's different about this is the first new product category that Apple's introduced since Jobs passed. We've seen updates to the iPhone, iPad, all of the product lines, even now the Mac Pro eventually. But we haven't seen a totally new type of device, one where they're going to potentially introduce it and not even have it available for sale right away. We don't know if it's a watch. We don't know if it's a Fitbit. It's something, though. So I thought, let's bring in our council of internet citizens, concerned and informed Mumble citizens. Time-appropriate greetings, Mumblers.
Good evening.
Hi there.
Hello. What's up?
Great turnout today. Great turnout.
Great turnout.
So one of the things that has everybody talking before this keynote starts is there's this huge white building that Apple has built. I don't know any other company that's ever done a presentation like this where they built a facility like this. And there's no real info on what's in there other than just rumor. We've had all kinds of speculation, so we might find out during this keynote. But here's what we are speculating we're going to see today. We think 2 new iPhones, a 4.7-inch iPhone and a 5.5-inch iPhone, which would be a gargantuan. That'd be huge. We'll also see the introduction of iOS 8. No word on Yosemite, which would be interesting since it is pretty heavily integrated with iOS 8 features. There is also big speculation, and the buzz is huge because people expect Apple to introduce a new quote-unquote wearable.
Yep.
We don't know what this wearable is. We don't know if it's a watch. We don't know if it's a Fitbit, but it's got everybody hyped up. And in fact, Apple has invited people they don't normally have come down, like fashion reporters and non-tech people. So it's something big is going on. We're about to find out. The stream is about to kick off here in just a minute. So it's pretty close. What do you think, Eric? You think we're going to see 2 iPhones?
I think we might see definitely an iPhone refresh. I think they are looking at Android and its bigger displays and thinking, hey, we got to do that.
Do you think we're going to see a watch?
Considering all the fashion people they've brought in,
yeah,
I think so. I think we got a watch coming.
Do you think we're going to see a payment system?
Oh, well, let's see. The privacy issues and all of that.
The recent iCloud problems.
Are they going to have to delay that, or are they going to launch it today? We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. And the question there is, if it's a payment system, will it use NFC? Will it be adopted by the industry? What will be the privacy protections that they take there, like you're mentioning with the iCloud? And will they even address that in today's keynote? Well, and will people accept it? These are a lot of big questions.
Yeah. Huge questions.
This could be one of their biggest keynotes in a long time, and I think that's why Apple's gone all out with like a live blog on their front page. They've got a video stream. We'll see if the stream. I'm skeptical. We're 3 seconds away. We'll see if the stream actually kicks off. I'm doubtful. There, the countdown stopped. Yeah. All right, we'll do a refresh. I think that's probably what it takes. There it goes. Okay. And so we're coming live from the Apple the Apple event is at the Flint Center in Cupertino. And they're broadcasting the TV truck schedule right now.
Bars, slate, and toast.
I like that.
Yes, yeah. That takes me back to my days where I was in a control room having to put up bars, slate, and tone.
Yeah, totally. Kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
It's classic in a way. So also, while we're watching the stream, we've got a backup video stream going, so we'll have that. We're also tuned in to The Verge, the Engadget, and several other sites that are also blogging. Like, here's a great shot of the crowd right there. This actually looks like a really nice facility. Look at that ceiling.
Wow. If they've been in this before, they must have done some huge remodeling.
Apple's only done a few events in here. Some minor ones, but the biggest one in Apple's history in this was where they introduced the Macintosh.
Yes.
So this has some historical significance, I guess you could say.
Yes,
for
maybe
Apple.
that's what I was thinking of, and they've done.
Look at all the bloggers right there.
Oh wow! Everybody's on their computers.
They're all hunched over. They're all blogging away like crazy.
Yeah, they've all got that white glow right on their faces.
Yep. And then over on the official Apple page, they're still updating it with new media too. Like, look at this shot. Wow. That's incredible. That's a great stage.
They've definitely done something really cool.
Those boxes are neat, aren't they?
Oh yeah. That's really cool. I would love to be in one of those boxes, honestly, just to see. And by the way, I do have a confession to make. I am a former Apple fanboy. I am.
You're recovering.
I am
is that
recovering.
Is that like an addict that?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, my name is Eric, and I'm an Apple fanboy.
But today you're using Ubuntu and a Nexus 5, so.
Yes. Well, actually,
bad.
today, right now, I'm running Fedora at this very moment, but I might switch over to Ubuntu as the day goes on.
The stream has gone black, so I presume it means it's about to start. We'll be monitoring it now. A lot of reporters there. I think this is one of the biggest swarmed events. I saw people coming in from all over the world to cover this. So that's pretty massive.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. I don't hear anything, though.
That's a problem.
Yeah. See things differently, it says, though. I don't know why we don't hear anything, because there was audio earlier. The ones who see things differently, it says. I'll pull up the video so you guys can see that. And we have another audio feed, too, I could switch to, in case we don't have it. You value the first thing that actually matters. Mm-hmm. While others are distracted by the new. This actually kind of goes into the pre-show we were talking about a little bit.
Yeah.
You focus on the significance of a whole new take. Reports on Twitter of their video stream under massive load. This kind of looks a little 3D. Are they trying to say they're going to do something with 3D? I hope not.
Oh gosh. Answer to the Oculus Rift.
The live blogs are saying a lot of this was done with physical effects. The words are done with actual paint.
Yeah, it looks like it. Optical illusions and whatnot.
All right, Tim Cook's about to come up on stage. Wow, that is a really neat effect, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a cool effect right there.
The Verge says that the mood in the crowd is really tense. And Tim Cook's coming up on stage now.
Wow.
Look at that.
Good morning. Good morning.
晚上好。
Welcome.
欢迎，
Those words mean a great deal to us.
这对于我们来说非常重要。
Are we getting a translation in
Yes,
real
we
time?
are getting
Just how we
translation.
see things
I'm hearing
differently.
Japanese.
我们是
And we hope they mean
以不
something
同
to
的视角
all
来
of
看
you
待
who
世界。
also see
That's
things
something
differently.
new. I've never seen that before. I'll switch to the backup audio while we work that
那
out.
么我们大家呢都希望能够推
It
是
is
iMac，
great. Which signaled the rebirth of
这
Apple.
见证了苹果的
It's in
重
there
生。
too.
Yeah, it's in all of their streams.
We
That's
have some
annoying.
amazing
我们
products to share
有
with you.
着很棒的产品要分享给大家。
At the end of the day,
It's the Japanese trooper
that
broadcasting
you
course.
will agree, this too
I didn't
Your
expect
wife
that out
is
of all
out now.
things.
Yeah.
I did not expect that out of all things. Well, I guess they'll have to just sort it out then.
产品之一。
Yeah.
I guess they're going to have to sort that out. It looks like they're working on it right now. See, that's Tim
On
Cook.
his stage,
There we
在
go.
这
30
个舞
years
台上
ago,，
30年之前，
Steve introduced the
史蒂夫
Macintosh.
So it's on their
乔
end?
布斯
I think
向
so.
世界推出的 Macintosh 电脑。
I think it is. And they're talking about the introduction of the Macintosh at the same facility.
Yeah.
And on this stage,
That's hilarious.
introduced the iMac.
我们推出了 iMac。
I'll check in with your buddy over at Twit and see if he has it too.
Of
这
Apple.
见证了苹果的重生。
Today,
今天
That truck we
have some
and that's why you always have two sources.
Yeah. If you want us to come in and stream it, Apple,
So-
just call us.
They're having the problem too.
Yeah.
Right there. We,
We
can
could
walk
get in there.
over.
We could stream it. We'll be there in seconds.
Oh,
Sarah,
Leo.
would you watch
Wow.
the live blogs?
Happy to.
Apple is reporting, or Tim Cook is saying that the iPhone has 98% customer satisfaction.
That's
other than to tell you
All right, we
所以
don't.
说我只
everything's
是
great.
Everything is great.
Everything is.
Everything is awesome.
And I'm going to get started
那么
by
首先
talking
呢，
about
我会
the
讲一讲
product
产品。
that has changed all of our lives.
这个产品呢是
And
改变
that,
了
of
我们
course,
所有的
is
人的生
iPhone.
活，那就是 iPhone。
Last year,
去年
we announced 2 new
我们宣
iPhones
布
for the
推出
very first
2
time.
款 iPhone，这是我们历
These
史上
iPhones
从未有过的。
helped iPhone
那么
become the
这2款 iPhone
top-selling
呢，
smartphone
帮助
in the
iPhone 成
world.
为世界上销量最高的智能手机。
It's crazy.
But more importantly, iPhone is the most
更为
loved
重要
phone
的
in
是
the world.
，iPhone 是
She
世界
seems
上
like a nice
最
person.
爱的
Leading
手
customer
机。那么在
satisfaction.
行业当中的客户
Oh,
满
these
I started
iPhones,
tuning her out.
like the
遥遥
ones
领先。
before it,
那
have
么
been recognized
iPhone 和
time
之
and
前
time
的
again
机型一样，
as the best phone in the world.
也被评为世界上最好的
The original
手机。
iPhone
那么最
set
早
the
的
bar
iPhone
for which the category would
可以
forever be
说是
defined.
定义了整个智能手
And
机
for
这个品
every
类。
iPhone that follows,
那么之后的
we
iPhone
built on the vision of the
都
original
基于
iPhone
Definitely building up to a new size iPhone.
and
但同时
enlarged
呢，
what the
又
iPhone
不
could
断的
be.
提升 iPhone 的功能和
Today
极限。
Today
今天
We
I
are
had one of those
launching
我
IMAX
们
ones.
将推出
the biggest advancement
Biggest.
the
iPhone
history
历史上
of
最
iPhone.
重要的
Holy
进展
crap. Here we go. 2 sizes, everybody. Get yourself prepared for it. Mentally, physically, get your bodies ready.
And I couldn't be more excited
我的激动之情可以
And
说
more
是溢
proud
于言表，我非
to
常的
show
自
it
豪
to。you now.
Wow, they are moving fast.
I hope there's a screen on the side.
On average, it takes 30 minutes before you get to see the new iPhone in an Apple keynote I read this morning. So we are moving really fast here.
Unless this video is going to be 20 minutes.
Word is power button will be moved to the side, and it's going to be a monster iPhone. We'll see.
No, this is reminiscent of 2001: A Space Odyssey right now with the monolith.
Yeah. So there's the mute switch, and there's the camera, which is sticking out. Oh, and there we go.
Blurp.
And that, I think, is the power button right there on the side. So I think they moved the power button there to the side is what we were seeing.
Maybe they're fixing their audio issues.
Maybe. Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah.
Gosh, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
So no power button on the top. Protruding camera.
Just like an Nexus 5.
Oh, that's a big boy. Look at that.
Round. Oh, look at how the bezel is small.
Yeah, you're right. Why?
Actually-
Oh, they're having some stream problems, aren't they? Because we should be seeing the video right now.
Oh, yeah, totally.
This is interesting to see this.
Also, the people in the crowd cannot see the stream right now.
And stream
Uh-oh.
fart. Boom. All right, there's that, everybody.
Where's the Price is Right fail
Shoot.
sound?
Hey, let's see what Twit's doing. Should we check in just to have some fun? I want to hear Leo cuss.
That was,
Is it sensitive? Is it
what the
touch
leaks
sensitive
had
around
suggested.
the side?
No, I don't think so.
That's all I gotta say.
That would be like a Samsung Edge.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what?
Would explain why Samsung ran that
What is
thing
on
out.
tracking message?
All right, we
So,
got the stream back.
If you're just tuning in
Display
there, Apple is
sizes.
having trouble with its own stream.
But not any display would do.
Now Phil Schiller's on
These are a
stage
new
talking about it.
generation
这是我们
Retina
新一代的
displays.
Retina
We
视
call
网
them
屏。我把它
Retina
们称
HD.
作
Wow, look at that.
HD 高
And
清
they are
显
by
示
far
屏。
the most
那
beautiful
么
displays
前
ever
位置
built
呢
into a
这
phone.
是我们
I
这
was
次
right.
我们最
In
漂亮的
every
屏
way.
幕
That's a
可
bigger
以说
iPhone.
是
They're
iPhone
incredibly
6
bright.
Plus.
Their
Yep.
colors are stunning. They're accurate.
色彩非
sRGB
常的
accurate.
鲜艳 ，SGB
And
的色彩
across
非常
from
的
the
准
top
确
to。the bottom, the team has worked hard to make them the
那么
best
我们
we know
花
how.
了
From
重
their
花了
ion
巨大的
strengthened
精力
glass
来
all the way
确
down
保
to new thinner backlights.
我们
He seems rattled a little
They're
bit.
packed with
Yeah.
incredible innovations. I'll just give you one example.
我可以给大
The
家一个例子
LCD
Well,
这
Phil
个
Schiller's kind of an
displays all
interesting
your
speaker
beautiful
anyways.
colored photos is
给
made with a
大家拍摄
technology
出漂
called
亮照
dual
片的这
domain
个
pixels. And these pixels allow it
屏幕
to
呢
have
使用
a
了
very
双
broad
域
angular view
像
with
素
accurate，
那么
colors.
在更广阔的视
They're
角都可以
simply
显示出更加准确
stunning,
的颜
unlike
色
any，
可以
displays
说
ever on
是
a
比
phone.
所有的智
And
能手机
yes,
上的屏幕都
they're
更加的
bigger.
准确鲜艳，而且呢屏幕
They're a
更加的大
lot。bigger. Here
大
on the
多
left
了。
is an iPhone
这是
5S.
iPhone
In the
5S，
center, iPhone 6.
Wow, that is
Right?
bigger.
中
Oh,
间
yeah.
是
iPhone
iPhone
6
6，
Plus
右边呢是
I knew that was
iPhone
gonna.
6
The 6
Plus。
Plus looks almost like a
现在
phablet.
可以看到
If
这
you
个
don't
4.7
know,
and 5.5.
here's the sizes.
那么我可以给大家
If you don't know.
4.7 inches for iPhone 6.
You don't know already.
5.5 inches
iPhone
for
6
iPhone
Plus.
6.
So it's about the size of a note, right?
And
Right.
boy, are they packed with pixels.
We
the
are
iPhone
copying
6
the
1334 by 750. That's more
Or,
than a
720
720 HD display.
LG G Pro, a G Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
1920 by 1080.
Display with an even higher density.
而且像素的
What's
密度
remarkable
less density
is
than an
these
Nexus.
displays
了不起的
packed
是
with so
这
many
些
pixels.
屏
Man, it's a shame they screwed up the audio on this stream.
Yeah, no
We've
kidding.
already done the math,
像
has
素
over。
那么
1
在iPhone
million
6当中
pixels.
呢，一共有
In a
Yeah, the iPhone 6 is probably about the size of a Nexus 5, I would
这对于
say.
一个手机来说是
And
非
the
常
iPhone
了不
6
起的。
Plus
那么
over
对
2
于
million.
What do you think of the name iPhone 6 Plus?
一共有创造
2
200万
megapixel
个
display.
像
Meh.
素。
These are larger, they have more than the 5S.
They're gonna
In
name
fact,
it. They might as
the
well
6
name it
is
something.
It's like when they had the Mac and then they had the Mac Plus.
Yeah.
Plus
6呢是比 5S
185%
要多了
I think the Mac Plus
100%.
just had more RAM.
那么 iPhone 6
So huge
S
displays
iPhone 6 Plus
packed
呢
with
是比 iPhone
pixels.
5
At least not call the iPhone 6 sharp.
Here's the real magic.
Yeah, no
Done
kidding.
in phones
而且
thinner
它
than
们的
anything we have ever made.
厚度呢是我们前所未有的薄，这是我们第一把所有的手机都要
iPhone
薄。
6,
iPhone 6的厚度
it's just
And it comes in
6.9
Japanese.
millimeters thin compared to 7.6 for the
而 iPhone 6
5S.
Plus 呢
And
是
the 6
7.1
Plus
毫
7.1,
米，
both thinner than any phones
Makes sense.
we've
Big
ever
screens
made.
are
比我们
popular
之
in the
前
Asian
所有的都
market.
要薄。
Incredible amount of engineering.
这是非常了不起的工程设计，
Stunning displays,
绚丽
larger,
的
more pixels,
显示
but
模
thinner than
显示
ever
屏更
before.
多的像
And
素，
they are
而且比
incredible
以
at
往更
imaging
加
all
的
your
纤薄
content.，The
可以
contrast
让你
is
更多的
higher,
关注你
the
想关注
blacks
的
are
内容。
darker, the angle of view is
更高的对比
broader.
度让黑色
Your
黑
can
色
learn
photos are
Japanese
gorgeous.
through
There's more
osmosis.
to see.
He's really spending a lot of time talking about the quality of the screens.
Incredible too, even sharper and more of it.
文字
You
也
can
更
see
加
here
的
in the
清晰
Messages。
我
app.
们
Maybe it's
在
the
现
only
在
shiny thing.
的
Displays
应用
more
当
than
中可以
before, and
看
the
到
6 Plus displays
iPhone
more, and
6
there's
的
extra room there, so we put the
I kind of like the look of the 4.7.
内容这样的
And when
话
you
呢，
turn
你的
them
这
in
个连线信
landscape,
息就
we
可
show
以
more as
放在
well.
中间。
And we took special advantage of the iPhone 6
我
Plus
们
because of
充
all
分
those
利用
pixels
了
to do
I'm
some
waiting
new
for
things
some
for
other than a
apps.
spec up
For
approval.
example, the Messages app
So it goes into iPad mode when you put it on its side.
我
display.
们有
Interesting.
一个横向双屏的这样一个功能，
Your weather
天
shows
气应
more of
用
your day.
可以让你看到
Stocks.
今
For
天
those of
更
you who
多
follow
的
stocks, you get a
信
great
息
horizontal
股
view
市
now with two
那
up.
么你也可以
Mail
横向
has
来
two up,
看
so you can see your inbox
邮
and your
件，那么你
messages.
可以看到你的收
And when
件
you
The
箱
bring
weather
up the
app is like the
keyboard
BBC weather
in
app.
any of your apps with the iPhone 6 Plus,
iPhone
the
6
keyboard
Plus 当中
takes advantage of the
拿出
display
这
area
个
to give you some
键
more
盘的时候
keys.
呢
For
可
example,
以看
dedicated
到
keys for cut, copy, and paste.
更多的这个
There's
键
even a
盘，
new
比如
horizontal
说
home
复制粘
screen
贴的
view
这
if you
个
like
键
to，work this way with your dock along the
啊
right
你也
hand
可以
side.
横向来看，这里
Interesting.
边还有 dock 的
Everything
界
to
面
take，great
所以说
example,
Took some cues from
advantage
Android
of these
there.
huge displays.
都 展
make them
现
more
出来充分利
capable.
用了大屏手机的更多的空间，
Some
让大家能够
Now,
更好
one
的
of
利
the
用这些功
things
能。
the teams worked on is to help you
那我
not
们
only
做了很
feel
多的工
great in
作，
your hands with these phones,
让
but
这
make
些
it
手机不
easier
仅
to
手持感
use,
非常的棒，而且
one-handed.
用起来非常的方
With
便。
iOS 7 last
那
year, we
在
introduced a new
iOS
gesture,
7当
a
中呢，我们推
side
出了
swipe
新的手
gesture,
势，那就是
thinking ahead to these
滑
phones
动。
and knowing that you'd want to use them
那
here,
么大家
and with the curved display that would feel really nice to slide from left to right.
从左到
Nice.
右滑动非常
While
的
they talk about this, I'm going to see if the other audio stream. No, so they're still having stream problems. So the other stream has restarted in the meantime.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So let's see if we can. I'm going to see if I can refresh here and because they're playing on the other stream. They're replaying the intro. Boy, they're having all kinds of problems.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody didn't test first.
Yeah. See, they should have used Scale Engine.
That's right.
That's what you get. All right. So they're up.
Double scale engine.
See, this is they should have called Alan Jude.
That's
Alan
right.
Jude has the solution.
Alan can do magic.
They're talking about they're introducing some new gestures and some new UI options. You can double touch the home button and the whole display slides down, so you can now reach the top if you don't want to have to move your hand all the way to the top. That's kind of interesting. There's a new gesture on the iPhone 6 called reachability. So that's what you do. You double tap that, it pulls the screen down a little bit so you can reach the top. So that way you don't have to move your hand all the way up. That's interesting. That's
pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, so we have one of our streams back. Let's take a listen and see what.
From their ion strengthened glass.
What do you think, Sarah? Will these be iPhone apps or?
Yeah, they still have the they still have the other feed going.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about fail.
Use it. And once you tap something, it slides right back up again.
那么然后你再双击
The
那
team
个回
even
到
took
这个
the
界面
sleep。wake button from the top and moved it to the right-hand side, so that's easy to press as well, all
那么我们
one-handed.
把这个电源键点放
So
到
the
了右
team has done
边，
a
所以
great
说
job building
你单手
beautiful
操作更
displays
加的方
with
便
a。lot of pixels,
所以说我们
making
有
it
更
a
好的
thinner
显示
iPhone
屏，
than ever
更加
before,
的纤
making
薄，
it
有
easier
更
to
多的
use
像素，
one-handed.
而且你可以单
So
手
what
方
about
便
all
的
that
操
great
作。
software you already have?
那么我们所有
We
的
all
非常
love
好
our
的软
apps.
件呢，我们都
And
是
I'm
很
really
喜
proud to
欢
tell you, the
我
App
们的
Store
应
now
用程
has
序。现
over
在我们的 App Store
1.3
当中呢，有
million
超过
applications.
130万个应
How
用。
many of them are any good? Whoa.
Are they as good as this stream?
Honestly,
Yeah.
exactly. Probably more than Android though.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it could be. Yeah.
Is it Mandarin that the language is, my cookie? Wow.
There's like a couple going on. I think there's also.
Displays. Well, here's what happens. They just
Yeah, there's
work.
two.
So we have an iPhone 5S on the left, 6 in the middle, and again 6 Plus on the right. This is the CNN app before it has been updated to take advantage of these displays. Built into iOS is now a desktop-class scaler, technology that makes this software look beautiful on different size displays. And so the text is sharp, the colors are beautiful, it all just works. And if a developer wants to take advantage of these big displays, as we have with our apps, and do special work, as CNN is doing, you can create even more incredible apps with more density of content. CNN's doing that for the 6 and the 6 Plus in their app, and they're creating a new horizontal view as well, with 2 panels to take advantage of these large displays. So developers, all their apps can work, and they can do some exciting new things with them too. So those are the new Retina HD displays in the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus. That alone makes these phones amazing, but that doesn't come close to telling the story of why these are the best phones ever made. So what else? Next, the chip inside. A
New
generation
processor.
chip, the
Yes.
Apple A8. This
Well,
is a
that naturally has
64-bit
to happen.
chip, our
He
second
seems to be
generation.
repeating himself a lot.
It has 2 billion transistors. The A7 had 1 billion, so it's a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's built with a new 20-nanometer process. Why does that matter? Well, it lets us make 2 billion transistors in a chip that's 13% smaller than the A7. And it delivers great performance. Up to 25%.
So the speculation is this could actually be the least interesting thing they're going to introduce today.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense to put it up front.
Which almost makes it worth bearing. Listening to 3 different audio streams at the same time almost makes it worth it. Because if they have the watch, I really do want to kind of see that in real time, because I'm never going to go back and rewatch this.
You'd be a masochist to do so.
So I'm curious.
Faster.
Geez, look at that 84X.
Incredible performance.
What? 84X improvement on the GPU?
Wow.
No way.
There's no way.
That's incredible.
It's like over all generations, though.
Okay, overall
84A.
generations.
Okay,
Yeah,
so is
yeah.
that like from the first generation till now?
Yeah, the next generation A8 chip has 2 billion transistors with 64-bit support. It uses a 20 nanometer process, and it is 25% faster in CPU, and it's 13% smaller than the previous A7. Now, that also is a really big deal because it also means it uses less power. In fact, it's 50% more energy efficient than the A7 is, and the A7 is already pretty energy efficient. So 50% is... That's a huge number when it comes to battery savings. That's a huge number because on top of that, with the larger screens means you have more room for battery. So you have a 50% battery usage reduction in your processor. At the same time, you're adding additional space for more battery. That could mean we're about to hear an announcement of some really big battery life numbers. If we're lucky, we will see.
Yeah.
And if we get the stream back.
Given some of them access to the A8 chip, let them get started working on take advantage of this incredible level of performance.
They already seeded the
and see what
A8
they
to
can
some
do with it.
developers
We thought we'd
for
bring one of
testing.
them out.
They're gonna do a demo of a developer who has the new chip, who's done some development on it. That sounds interesting. You know, a typical game demo is not bad. I'm looking for names. Super Evil Megacorp. Steven Sherman's coming out, co-founder and chief creative officer. He said, "Yeah, we wanted to go with the coolest name ever, the Super Evil Megacorp." That's a pretty good game name. So Stefan is up on stage, and he's showing Vainglory. It's a battle game designed for touch. Yes.
I just pulled up Ars Technica's stream going on.
Yeah, what do they see?
That's the last thing exactly what you said is the last thing they typed.
Oh, okay. Good.
Debut for you, Vainglory. The multiplayer.
Oh, here's Vainglory.
Yep, there it is.
For touch. With me is my co-founder Tommy, who will be playing.
Whoa, that does look really
An
good.
unlikely warrior, small of size, but big of courage.
Whoa.
In Vainglory, players play a unique hero with unique skills and abilities. For example, Petal here can plant seeds that she can sprout into little munions. Oh, and they also like to disco. Petal looks right at home, but there is real danger brewing nearby. Let's take a look at the world of Vainglory now, running in real time on Metal.
Oh, they're using Metal for
Battle
this.
Arena gaming is
Metal is Apple's new lower-level API for graphics.
enjoyed by tens of millions of players every day. Vainglory brings this world-class competitive gaming to iOS. Now the rules are simple. Two teams battle to destroy a giant crystal in the heart of their opponent's space. Think of it like capture the flag, but with crystals. We fused our evil game
Those look
engine
those
with
look
Metal
like
and
pretty amazing
absolutely
graphics.
loved the results on the new iPhone 6. A world of 1.3 million polygons running at 60 frames per second.
So they're able to get 60 frames per second.
And butterflies.
So that's actually pretty impressive to be able to get 60.
Yeah, yeah, especially since
Second
the...
on mobile. Wow, it's just really impressive.
Things to render.
See, this is a unique thing that Apple's doing here because they bought the silicon chip company that now builds their chips, so they build these internally.
Yep.
And they're building this stuff right in, and I think they're achieving gains that none of these other, like most, not that it's a big deal, but most of the Android phones, is there any Android phone that's 64-bit right now?
Not that I know of.
Not that it's a big deal,
It's not a
but
huge deal.
it shows you like how Apple is able to sort of move a little bit faster.
Right. Well, it also shows that, you know, potentially you can get more than 4 gigs of RAM, too.
But to me, it's interesting that they do one phone a year, but yet they're still lapping them on the processor. So you can have Samsung will do 3 or 4 or 5, 6 phones in a year. And they build their own processors too.
Oh, yeah.
And yet Apple's doing one phone a year, and they're pretty handedly lapping them. I mean, I don't think anybody caught up to the A7 yet.
No,
as far as I
don't
know.
think so. The only thing I can think of is, you know, that 60 frames per second they're talking about. Does that kill your battery life?
Oh, I'm sure.
That has to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they are offsetting it by getting more power efficient processors.
This is why we are so thrilled
And a bigger
about
battery
the
in it.
performance now possible on the iPhone 6 and Metal. Vainglory is our first game, and we can't wait for you to try it.
So obviously the A8's a big deal.
You won. Good game, Tommy. Join us when Vainglory launches in the App Store this fall. Thank you.
This fall.
我们就会在 App Store 推出这款游戏，欢迎大家到时候跟我们一起去进行体验和玩耍。
I love it when they fist bump and walk off stage after nailing the Kraken.
Oh, Phil.
That's not bad for their very first game. It shows
Here we
what's
go.
possible.
Battery life numbers are
Sometimes
coming
it's
up.
tough to remember when we're sitting here watching on a 35-foot screen just how incredible that is coming from a phone to carry around with you everywhere you go.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, larger display, thinner design, incredible performance. Obviously, that impacts battery life. Well, I'm really happy to tell you the team has worked hard to make the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus have equul or better battery life in every metric than the iPhone 5S.
Equal or better, huh? I wonder if that larger display is eating into some of the gains they got from 50% savings in the CPU.
iPhone 6, 50 hours of audio playback, 11 hours of video watching, 11 hours Wi-Fi browsing, 10 hours LTE and 3G browsing. The iPhone 6 Plus, 80 hours of music listening, 14 hours of HD video playback, 12 hours Wi-Fi browsing, LTE browsing, 3G browsing. Really great battery life.
Okay.
Along with the A8, there's our motion coprocessor, a new generation, M8. And as you know, this motion coprocessor works along with offloading the work from your processor with all those great sensors in your phone, the accelerometer, the gyroscope, the compass. And this is really helpful for things like fitness applications to track data and provide it back to you. Well, the new generation M8 can tell when you're cycling and you're walking, you're running. It also has a new ability to estimate distance. So for example, you can go for a run, you can tell how many steps you're running, but also how far you've gone. And for the first time, give you credit for elevation as well, flights of stairs.
Stair tracking, here it comes.
How does it do it? Well, there's a new sensor built into iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, the barometer. It measures relative elevation from air pressure. And that will show up in things like the new Health app in iOS 8, where you now get credit for flights of stairs you walk throughout your day.
Seriously, the pilot
Developers can take advantage of this new sensor.
That's what an altimeter is.
For example, Nike is working on a new version of the Nike Plus running app, so it can track not only how far you run, but also the elevation as well. So great new A8 chip, great new M8 chip, the core of iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. And there is so much more. There's new advanced wireless capabilities. The LTE in iPhone 6 and 6 Plus is faster than ever, 150 megabit per second. That's compared to 100 in the previous products. It does that with technology called carrier aggregation.
Say what?
And there's now 20 LTE bands.
What?
Compared to 13 previously. That's the most in any smartphone in the world.
20?
It means we're working now with over 200 carriers around the world to support LTE on iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. And there's a new technology with LTE. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called VoLTE.
Yeah.
That stands for Voice over LTE. It means we can take the voice data of making a phone call off of the 3G network and move it up onto the 4G LTE network. It makes calls clearer sounding, and you always have simultaneous voice and data. We're working with a lot of carriers around the world. We're going to roll out support for VoLTE with iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. There's also faster Wi-Fi in both of the products as well, 802.11ac, which is up to 3 times faster than 802.11n.
All right.
433 megabit per second. Now, if you combine Wi-Fi and VoLTE, our engineers came up with a really cool idea, making calls over Wi-Fi using your standard cellular connection. So maybe at your office or your home, you don't have a great cellular reception, but you do have Wi-Fi. You can make a standard call in the same way, and it'll go out over Wi-Fi. But as you leave your home and transition onto the cellular network,
I like that too.
Why don't you like it?
I do like it. Here's the problem.
Really cool
they are
technology.
not pioneers on this.
Well, they don't have to be.
Yeah.
They weren't pioneers on video calling, but they integrated FaceTime.
That's true. But what I'm saying
they
is
don't have to invent every feature they introduce, right? They just have to make it usable for the general public.
That's true.
If they can truly do a handoff like that,
yeah, well, like T-Mobile's been doing this on their LG phones for quite some time now.
It sucks though. Like the handoff, I had clients that would just disable it altogether because they would be on an important call and they'd walk out the building and they would drop the call.
That's true. That's true. I will give you that. The handoff does suck.
Photos with their iPhone for good reason.
I think the difference between the ones you're talking about and their one is that their one is probably using the real one and every other one is using VoIP.
Right.
Yeah, they're using the functionality that has to be built into the LTE network.
And all of us will take even better photos with the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus because there's an all-new iSight camera in it. It's an 8-megapixel iSight camera. It has Apple's innovative True Tone flash. There's large 1.5 micron pixels. has a fast 2.2 aperture, but most importantly, has a new generation eyesight sensor in it
Hey-o.
to take better photos. It's packed with some cool technologies. Let me just tell you one.
I gotta say, iPhone has always had some really good cameras.
Focus pixels.
At the sensor inside the eyesight camera. And you'll see these dedicated pairs of focus pixels. And what they do, they have little shutters on them. They read the light coming in from objects, and as the lens moves in and out, they can tell whether that object is in phase or out of phase. This is called phase detection autofocus.
Cool.
Well, that's kind of
it's
how autofocus
technology
works
used
in
by
SLR
high-end
cameras.
DSLRs. It's the best way to do fast autofocus.
Cool.
And
so
now the iPhone
just
6 and
taking
6 Plus have
what
it.
SLRs can already do and making it miniaturized on that scale, which is cool.
That's great.
And there's so many more things the sensor can do to take beautiful photos. It has great new generation tone mapping. It has beautiful noise
My cell phone is
reduction.
my camera.
It all adds up to incredible photos.
If I don't have my SLR with me, which I try to take as many places as I can.
No retouching.
Yeah, my cell phone is my camera.
People love taking portrait photos with their iPhone.
But you know,
this is a great one.
You can't take pro photos with a
No,
phone.
no.
It's really lovely.
But these are getting it closer. I mean, these are getting it closer for folks like me who I let my wife take the good pictures because she's just so much better than I am.
Oh yeah.
So, but I just want to capture an event for a memory.
Yeah.
And if they can get those better.
Yeah, I
look at that. Look at that. That's with the camera phone.
Monarch butterfly.
That's almost like a macro shot there.
That's what he said. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
And even landscapes with the wide-angle lens.
Monument Valley.
Just beautiful, particularly with the noise reduction for bluer skies without sacrificing sharpness. And everyone loves now taking panoramas with their iPhone as well. And you take even bigger ones with the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, up to 43 megapixel photos. And with the new generation gyroscope, the stitching is near seamless. Now, what makes your photos great are three things. It's the 5-element lens, it's the imaging sensor, and it's also the brains behind it all, the image signal processor.
Yeah.
That's part of the Apple.
This goes back to them building their own
chip. And there's a whole
CPU.
new generation signal processor inside iPhone 6.
They build the signal processor into the
For
CPU.
example, there's a dedicated
That's right.
hardware block now to do advanced.
And by the way, they're also about to say, although the stream just cut off, image stabilization now. So that could be, but here's what the better part. They're saying on the iPhone 6, optical image stabilization. So on the smaller one, they're going to do digital image stabilization in CPU, and on the bigger phone, they're going to do optical image stabilization on the sensor. That is huge. That's a key thing.
Oh yeah, totally.
The iPhone 6 has.
Oh, he's just about to say it. see that's Phil in strike mode right there. Look at that. Look at that Warriors pose he's taking.
But 6 Plus adds something new with the iPhone line. Optical image stabilization.
So you got to get the Plus then.
Yep.
That just seals it right there. If you want the best photo possible, you got to get the Plus.
Inside the iPhone 6 Plus.
I can see that coming a mile away.
Of course, it moves front to
Whoa,
back.
look at that.
Focus.
Yeah. Look at that.
As always. But now it can also move up and down, and side to side. And we combine that with the
exactly
MA
how an image stabilizer
and with
in
the new gyroscope to
in a
automatically
I know, but
adjust
dude,
and
it's in a
stabilize your
phone.
image when
I
you're
know.
taking a photo.
That's
And
what
this
I'm
works
saying.
really
This
great,
is
particularly in
miniaturized.
low
This is
light
awesome.
scenarios. We have to take a longer exposure. Like this. This is taken in the evening, and it's a very sharp photo.
Of course, you
because
know
of
this exact
optical
same
image
technology is going to hit the
stabilization.
Android market eventually.
So we love.
I wonder about
the
installing
eyesight
Android
cameras
on an
our
iPhone
phones.
now.
So it's no surprise we don't see a lot of these anymore. Right? Dedicated cameras, small point-and-shoot cameras, they're certainly not as fun, and increasingly we're taking amazing photos directly off of our iPhones.
He hasn't talked about video
What's
very much,
interesting
though.
is
No, he hasn't.
It's probably
Not
been
at
a
all.
while since you've seen one of these as well.
Oh, there we go. Now he's going
Remember what they're
there.
called? Camcorder.
So is it basically like a gyroscope
I think
or
our
something?
parents used to use these.
An image stabilizer, pretty much. Yeah.
People aren't using them anymore. In fact, I believe now that the iPhone has become the world's most popular video camera as well. It takes a beautiful HD videos at 1080p.
I thought I was gonna say
With
4K.
iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, we've advanced its video
Blaster's bringing
capabilities
up a
so
great
much.
point.
We're just going to be blown away with the
Finally.
kinds of videos you can take.
Blown away, he says.
1080p, of course, we can take 30 frames a second, but
Sure.
now it's 60 frames a second as well.
All right.
Really beautiful, smooth videos. And everyone has loved what we introduced last year with slow-mo. Videos up to 120 frames a second. Well, now, the 6 and the 6 Plus can take video up to 240 frames a
that's
second.
cool.
Yes.
Gotta kill your battery, though.
It's such a neat effect, though, and it also
yeah.
slows down the audio as well. It's really neat.
So
really
we take videos
cool.
like this.
Look at that!
Whoa.
It even sounds like that, too. On your phone, dude.
Wow.
Look at that.
The microphone's good enough to pick up those lows?
It does, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we've done some fun ones at home, and it really works well. It works way better than their video stream does. See,
Yeah.
look at now, that's slow-mo.
Yeah, and see, Blaster was just saying that image stabilization. Right now, I'd like some stream stabilization.
Yeah, it's 1080p and it's 120 frames per second, and now the new one is going to be even more frames more per second, which means it's going to be even slower. The faster the frame rate, the slower the animation is, the effect.
Yeah, totally.
And it looks so cool. But yeah, they do a really neat job of capturing, and I don't know if they EQ it because they add a tone of kind of like bassy tones to it too.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're EQing it or if that's just how that stuff sounds when it's all stretched out. It's pretty neat.
Well, I mean, to be able to capture at that frequency of audio as well, to be able to pull that off with the lows.
Yeah.
That's got to be huge.
So they also said they'll be introducing a cinematic video stabilization. Well, I don't really know what that means, but they say it's exactly what you think it means. I don't have any details. That's just on the blog. And now Phil is recapping some of the features like focus pixels. He's saying it has much faster face detection, so it can focus on faces up to 5 in an image much faster. All new sensor, 81% more light capture capability in the new camera. Wow. 81% more light capability. That's not bad. A larger f2.2 aperture, and again with the all new sensor. Oh, and the Apple page is down.
Of course it is.
It's down, all done.
Flooded,
all down. Should we see what Uncle Leo and team is talking about?
Might as well, because I'm sure it's down for them too.
There's a lot of interest in this announcement. We are covering it live. The Apple announcements at Flint Center so far. 2 new iPhones, a 4.7-inch. And a 5.5-inch, as predicted. In fact, exactly as the rumors
it's
showed.
dead.
No Sapphire, though, on the screen. And right now they're talking
about
no
word of Sapphire yet.
It's quite impressive. Burst mode that detects smiles and blinks, then recommends the best picture.
Aww.
Face detection far and near.
You know, we're probably like 1 or 2 versions away from where you do burst mode, and it just gives you the best photo. Like it just, just automatically.
Well, actually, a number of cameras do that. Yeah.
But I'm saying it for Apple.
Oh, yeah. I know. I understand.
A little behind,
So we are having a lot of difficulty with the Apple Stream.
So are we, Leo.
Although, and this is exactly why Apple didn't used to stream live video, because Twitter suddenly becomes all about, why can't you get this stream right, Apple, instead of, wow, look at that picture. Look at that camera.
Paul Thurrott is having a really good time on Twitter about the feed problems, the live feed problems.
I think that's really
or if there's a hashtag for that yet.
They say HDR video. Apple shares are up 2% as the product launch continues, and that's exactly what you expect. The shares will go down after the event. So
here's a little recap spec-wise. What we've got: 2 new iPhone models, an iPhone 6 and an iPhone 6 Plus. The iPhone 6 is a 4.7-inch screen. The iPhone 6 Plus is a 5.5-inch gargantuan screen. Power button now on the side. I hate that. I think that's awful. You have an A8 chip, 13% smaller chip, 25% faster CPU, 50% faster GPU, 50% more energy efficient than the A7. Battery's a little better on the iPhone 6. The iPhone 6, though, supposedly has amazing battery life. I don't have details on that. They've introduced VoLTE support. That's voice over LTE. That gives you high-definition LTE voice calls and also allows you to do a Wi-Fi handoff. 8-megapixel camera. The 6 has digital image stabilization, and the Plus has optical image stabilization. That's all we know so far. And the event continues on. Right now, Apple's servers are down. They have an access denied error on, I don't know, it's kind of funny, really. It's kind of funny.
There's a hashtag.
Doesn't matter. All the money in the world, I guess. All right. Stream is back now.
I just want to throw this out there, what Blaster said. Was that Leo? Just apt-get purge iPhone 5.
Not only do you see all the things you're used to seeing here, there's a new one as well, Beryllium 3, which we commit to do. So the team makes these just in a wonderful fashion. There are new cases for both phones. There are new silicone cases, 6 colors with a great feel, including product red, and new leather cases, 5 beautiful dies, including product red there as well. iPhone 6 comes in these 3 beautiful colors, gold, silver, and space gray. I think by now you're all wondering, yeah, but how much does it cost? Well, I'm really happy to tell you it starts at just $199. Yeah. That's on a typical 2-year carrier contract.
Still starting at 16 gigabytes.
And now at $299, we've increased the capacity to
64
gigs.
All right. All right. And a 128 clocking in at
$399, all new configuration, 128 gigabytes.
All right, now so the Plus prices are going to come in. Now the Plus is the one that has the best cameras. If you want the best camera, you got to get the Plus.
Yep.
iPhone 6 Plus also comes in gold, silver, and space gray, and it starts at just $299.
$100
really,
more.
I heard a wow. You're right. For 16 gigs, $399 for 64. And
That's not bad.
At that new 128
That's not bad.
Not bad, but I think I'd rather get a tablet for that price.
Yeah, you are getting tablet territory.
They really are a great value.
$499 for 120 gigabyte iPhone 6 Plus, but that's on a 2-year contract too.
iPhone
Yeah,
5S,
that's true.
yesterday, the most advanced smartphone in the world, is now starting at just $99. The iPhone 5C in an 8 gig configuration, typical 2-year carrier contract, offered for free.
So
Next
they got
question.
that super
So
low
when
end
can we
now.
get them? We're going to start to ship them on September 19th.
September 19th is when they ship. That is next Friday, not
That
this
will be
week's
in the
Friday, but
US
next Friday.
and 8 other countries. In those countries, you'll be able to pre-order them starting this Friday on the 12th. And the team is working hard to make this the fastest rollout ever for iPhone. So we're going to try to be in 115 countries by the end of this year.
Reports coming out of China is they've already monopolized all of the shipping capacity for the next little while.
Dang.
Like, not just like in general, but like as much as they can. They're on every, because there's only so many boats and planes coming out of China with this stuff.
Largest number of customers possible. So here you see the list of all the devices that are supported with iOS 8.
From the
Huge number of
4S,
devices.
iPad 2 still
All these
supported.
customers will be able to download for free iOS 8 on September 17th.
That's the same week. That's Wednesday, so 2 days before the iPhone 6 goes on
So
sale.
that
A week from
is the
tomorrow,
unified
specifically.
iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. Thank you.
All right, so this could theoretically be the most mundane announcement we're going to get.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah.
Not bad so far.
Thank you.
Not bad for mundane.
For iPhone users, not bad. If you're an iPhone fan. Oh, and just in time for Tim to come back, the stream takes a little bit of a gas. And Cook's back. He's recapping right now. He's back on stage saying great products. It's all about how it makes you feel. It's bigger than bigger. It's huge. I think he actually said that. I think.
Probably.
That's what she said. Is that?
Well done.
All right. So if you have an iPhone 5S, is there anything that's making you have to upgrade right now? I don't know. Maybe if you're all about the camera, you could argue there is.
Yeah.
A couple of our friends
stream's back.
to do some fun new ads.
Oh,
And
just in
I'd love
time
to
for an
share
ad.
one
How
of
great.
those with you right now.
There we go.
Dun, dun,
That's not what I was expecting.
I wasn't expecting.
That is a big phone.
Did I not say 2001: A Space Odyssey?
You did.
Yeah.
Bigger than bigger, it says. And then the stream stops. Just right there. Right there. And it's back.
That was too funny. I was not expecting that.
Did you like them?
Justin Timberlake rumored to be one of the vocals in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you
Wouldn't
know
surprise
who
me.
they
Probably the other
are?
one, Jimmy Fallon.
Does anybody know who they are?
Who? Who's who?
Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon.
That's yeah. Okay.
I didn't even read anything.
Incredibly fun to work with. Do you want to see another one?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Here's another one.
All right, let's go, Tim.
This is the iPhone 6.
And this is the iPhone 6 Plus.
They come with a thing called Health, so they can help you track a lot of stuff. Like today I walked 3.8 miles.
Well, I ran 4.2 miles.
Well, I climbed 11 flights of stairs.
Well, I drank a smoothie that had 362 calories in it.
Oh. I was actually kind of enjoying that a little
Punchline
bit.
was not even coming.
I think now, is this Phil? Boy, God, they're just jumping all over the place. It's like we have a time machine or something. I wonder if that's a new feature of the iPhone.
Oh, gosh, I was about to make a really bad joke.
Uh-oh.
That would have gotten me in huge trouble.
Here we go. Here we go. Here it is.
All about the wallet.
Here we go. This is it. This is it.
This is, yeah.
Our vision is to replace this. And we're going to start by focusing on payments.
Here we go.
It's strange that Apple and Google have the same vision.
Every day between credit and debit, we spend $12 billion. That's over $4 trillion a year, and that's just in the United States. And this business is comprised of over 200 million transactions a day. That's 200 million times that we scramble for our credit
So far,
cards
no mention of NFC in the specs of the new iPhone. Maybe they're sitting on that.
Fairly antiquated payment process.
One more thing, possibly.
It looks something like this.
Your total is $23.70.
They are showing people digging for their payment cards.
Can I see some ID, please?
Oh, yeah.
Was that a Washington driver's license?
I guess that's it.
Thank you. This whole process is based on this little piece of plastic. And whether it's a credit or a debit card, we're totally reliant on the exposed numbers.
And the video stream. And the video stream.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I wonder if they're using iCloud to stream this. You think they're posting this on iCloud? I don't know.
iCloud's being DOSed.
Maybe the payment system will have a better connection than the live stream does.
No, DOS was more reliable than this dream.
That people have dreamed of replacing these for years.
I was talking about the large amount of packets.
Oh.
But they've all failed.
Oh, jeez! You know what it is? You know what it is? I guarantee you is that now that Apple's talking about payments, more people are tuning in, and it's putting a higher load on the stream.
Yep.
So it's people are crushing this thing.
Show you a scale engine.
Yeah, should have used. Well, I mean, should have used a new internet. I think.
Yeah.
I think Apple is breaking the internet in general right now.
It's because, as it turns out, most people that have worked on this have started by focusing on creating a business model that was centered around their self-interest instead of focusing on the user experience. We love this kind of problem.
Microsoft.
This is exactly what Apple does best. And so we've created an entirely new payment process, and we call it Apple Pay.
What?
And I'd
really?
like to show you just how fast and just how easy it is.
Okay, your total is $23.78.
Yeah, same person. I like that.
NFC. Has to be.
Yeah.
That's it! That's it!
Okay, that's pretty funny.
I can do that with my Nexus 5 now, though.
Yeah. Again, they don't have to invent it.
Right.
Would you like to
They just
see
have to
it
make
one-
it look cool.
And make it work.
Yeah.
And if they can make it secure. And also, as a nice side bonus, if it didn't have anything to do with Google at all, that might also be kind of a nice thing.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. They got to be using
That is
NFC, right?
Apple Pay, and to tell you more about it, I'd like to invite Eddie Q to the stage. Eddie?
I wonder why they didn't go iPay. I think iPay only sounds better.
I wonder if it's already taken.
Oh, yeah. All right, so here
Kinda
comes
like
Eddie with the shirt.
Thanks,
Shoot.
Tim. It's great to be here this morning.
That shirt
now,
getting
Apple
louder.
Pay is built into every iPhone 6 and 6 Plus.
Weak.
And we've got a groundbreaking NFC radio antenna built across the top. Now, NFC is the standard for all contactless payments. Now, you also have the convenience and security of Touch ID. And we've got a new chip called the Secure Element. And it's built into every iPhone 6.
Say
and
what?
It stores all of your payment information encrypted and securely. You can also see all of your credit cards on Passbook. Now, Apple Pay is easy, it's secure, and it's private. Let's get started with how easy it is. Now, we have hundreds of millions of credit cards and debit cards from customers in their iTunes store accounts. When they get a new iPhone 6, they can just say, use the card on file. But it's also easy to add a new card. You use your iPhone EyeSight camera. We take a picture of the card,
That's
gather all the
slick.
information,
Yeah. That's kinda
go to your
slick.
bank and verify that that's your card, and we add it right to Passbook.
Interesting.
I noticed too on gift cards, it shows you the balance remaining on the gift card. That's kind of neat.
That is
with
really
just
cool.
a touch, you've paid. It's that fast, it's that easy. Now, we've also integrated security throughout both the hardware and software
Or if it shows your remaining
Now, this
in
is-
a way that only Apple
I want
can.
real details
so when you
here.
add a new credit card, we don't store the credit card number and we don't give it to the merchant. We create a device-only account number and we store it safely in the secure element.
Well, that's exactly what
And
Wallet
each
does
time
too.
you pay, we use a one-time payment number
A
along
token.
with a dynamic security code. So you no longer have the static code in the back of your plastic card.
So it's a code for
if
each
your
payment.
iPhone is lost or stolen, you can use Find My iPhone and suspend all of the payments from that device.
Oh, that's true.
And again, because the credit card isn't stored on the device, there's no need to cancel your credit card.
That's nice.
Again, not a new idea,
Right.
but the implementation is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Now, security is at the core of Apple Pay, but so is privacy. We are not in the business of collecting your data. And so when you go to
Google.
a physical location and use Apple Pay, Apple doesn't know what you bought,
Hey-o.
where you bought it, or how much you paid for it. The transaction is between you, the merchant, and your bank.
That's not bad. That's better than Google's doing it then.
And the cashier doesn't get to see your name, credit card number, or
Yes.
security code like they do today when you hand them a plastic card.
This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I was
Apple
talking about on the
Pay,
pre-show.
It's fast, it's secure, and it's private.
That's exactly.
And
I
we're
like the
starting in
secure
the
token
US
for each
with
payment.
credit cards and debit cards from the three major networks, American Express, MasterCard, and Visa. And we've got the 6 biggest issuing banks in the US, along with a few more.
Not mine.
They add up for more than 80% of all credit card volume
I didn't
in the
catch
US,
what they were.
And we'll keep adding even
just
more
all the
banks.
big ones, Chase,
Now, you
Bank
can
of
use
America.
Apple Pay in the over 220,000
What is
merchant
that?
locations that accept contactless payments today.
American Express.
But we've been working with some of the largest retailers to enable Apple Pay in all of their locations.
Macy's, Bloomingdale's,
The largest department
McDonald's,
store, Macy's and Bloomingdale's.
Walgreens.
The largest drugstore,
Subway.
Walgreens and Duane Reade, with over 8,000 locations and 8 million visitors. Staples, the largest office products. Subway, with over 26,000 locations in the U.S.
Yum.
McDonald's, with 27 million visitors every day. And McDonald's is even adding Apple Pay to its drive-thru.
Oh no, this is no good. This is no good. No! Oh no!
No!
Whole Foods, the healthiest grocery store and leading provider of organic food.
Nice.
Yeah. Although
Staples.
I've used my Google Wallet
And
at
our own
McDonald's.
Apple retail
Oh, cool.
stores.
Yeah, of course at Apple. Yeah.
That'd be dumb if they didn't.
Yeah.
And Disney, the happiest place on earth.
Oh, sure, of course.
Of course.
Now, Disney is adding Apple Pay to all of their Disney stores and Disney World in time for Christmas.
But not Disneyland?
And that's just
Fail.
some of the many retailers that are adding Apple Pay in all of their locations. But what about online? We want to make online purchasing just as fast, more secure, more private. There's over $1 billion a day spent on online purchasing. That's 5 million daily transactions just in the US alone. And the process is really cumbersome. You got these long forms to fill out for each and every app that you shop in.
Yeah.
Well, with Apple Pay, one-touch checkout. There's no need to enter your credit card, your expiration date, your security code. You don't even have to enter your shipping or billing address. And none of your credit card information is shared with the merchant.
This gets into
We
PayPal
use the
territory.
one-time payment
Oh, for
number
sure.
out of the secure element. Now, we've been working with some great retailers like Target to enable Apple Pay into their shopping app. So, I don't know about you, but I'm looking for some Beats headphones.
Of course.
And now,
Heyo.
with Apple Pay, you can just check out with a touch. And you see the credit card, and the shipping address, and now, with one touch, I've bought it. It's that simple.
Boy, if I was Amazon, I'd want to turn that on in my Amazon app.
Groupon is the leader of e-commerce, and they're incorporating Apple Pay right into their app. So now you can see a new deal and buy it with just a touch. Uber's got a new feature called Ride Now, so you can request a car using Apple Pay without the need to create an account at all. Panera lets you order your favorite sandwich or salad and have it ready for pickup with just a touch. MLB is adding...
So essentially now, as part of the attraction developing apps for the Apple App Store, is they've now integrated Apple Pay as just something you can call to and do your payment with that. So you don't have to worry about setting up Stripe or a PayPal or a merchant ID with your bank. You can just now use Apple Pay as a iOS developer to handle that.
Yeah, it just sounds to me like something, you know, they're going into Google Wallet territory and PayPal territory all at once.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's just some of the many apps that are incorporating Apple Pay. Now in iOS 8, we have a new Apple Pay API that's going to be available to all developers, so we can expect a lot more apps.
Yep.
So
Apple
an
Pay.
API.
It comes with every iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. We're launching in the US starting next month.
And I'm sure it'll come on the next iPads too.
Oh yeah,
iOS
easily.
8. And we're working hard to bring Apple Pay to even more countries. And that's Apple Pay. Thank you.
That's pretty competitive.
Yeah.
That's more competitive actually than I was expecting. Now imagine the watch.
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
NFC in the watch.
Yeah, you tie in the mobile payments to the watch.
You don't have to tap your phone anymore. You tap your watch. Bingo.
Buy things. And it's just one more reason that iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus are the biggest advancement in the history of iPhone. Now, we've really gone through enough to call it a day. You've seen iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. They're absolutely incredible. And a whole new category of service with Apple Pay. But we're not quite finished yet.
Oh, okay.
We have one more thing.
Wow.
Did I call that one? I think
you did.
I think I did.
I didn't think they'd use it.
Yep.
And the reaction seems positive.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a very Jobsian thing to do.
We love to make great products that really enrich people's lives. We love to integrate hardware, software, and services seamlessly. We love to make technology more personal and allow our users to do things that they could never have imagined. We've been working incredibly hard for a long time on an entirely new product. And we believe this product will redefine what people expect from its category.
Oh yeah.
You say it's a watch, come on.
I am so excited and I am so proud to share it with you this morning. It is the next chapter in Apple's story. And here it is.
Video time. Roll the video.
And the stream will crap.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Ooh, low rumble.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm a little hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Now we can count exercise while you fat.
There it is.
Apple Watch.
That does look much better than anything else we've seen yet.
Oh yeah, totally. That watch band alone, did you see that?
Yeah, he has it on right now too.
Yeah. Magnetic clasp.
I wonder if they based off the Nano.
So pretty strong reaction. Some people in chat room are a little bummed it's not round. I think round isn't quite practical, but maybe somebody can make it work.
I don't think so either. Not from a display standpoint.
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah.
We set out to make
Now, one from developers, if you want to be able to make something for one phone and be able to scale it down to the watch, it's much easier if it's square.
Yeah, exactly.
It's synchronized with the universal time standard, and it's accurate within plus or minus 50 milliseconds.
Oh, it keeps time too.
It's incredibly customizable.
Weird.
So you can find one that reflects your personal style and taste. Because you wear it, we invented new, intimate ways to connect and communicate directly from your wrist.
Ow, ow.
And it works seamlessly with iPhone.
Surface Pro.
And it's also a comprehensive health and fitness device. Now, Apple Watch took very deep thinking, and out of this came some truly remarkable innovations.
Tiny thing.
And one of those was the user interface. As it turns out, with every revolutionary product that Apple has created, a breakthrough in user interface was required. With the Mac, we introduced the mouse to make navigation so simple on a personal computer. The click wheel on the iPod allowed users to scroll through thousands of songs in the palm of their hand. And with iPhone, multi-touch gave us the ability to interact with a beautiful canvas of photos or videos or music or all of the information that we use.
He's got to demonstrate that it's not just a scaled down iPhone, that it's a separate thing.
Required the same kind of careful, deliberate
I think that's what's going to be the differentiating factor here.
Yeah, it's not
what we didn't do was take the iPhone and shrink the user interface and strap it on your wrist. The display is too small and it would be a terrible customer experience.
That's right.
For example, if you take a gesture like pinch to zoom.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It covers the content. It obstructs your view. It just doesn't work. And so we placed extra functionality in a mechanism that's been on the watch for decades. It's this dial. It's called a crown.
Whoa.
And on the Apple Watch, it's called the digital crown. The digital crown includes infrared LEDs and photodiodes that translate rotary movement into digital data. Now, you don't need to understand all of that, but it's a very simple and elegant and amazing input and navigation device. Let me give you an example.
That kind of makes sense.
Back to the map. When you turn the digital crown, it zooms in and out. When you have a list, you can scroll through the list, and you can do all of this without blocking the screen.
I think for a device like this, I like a physical button.
Like
it's so small.
As an example, if you press the digital crown, it returns to the home,
button,
just as you would expect it to.
That's a really good idea. What's that?
They're doing it right. They're doing it right.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Apple Watch, of course, is
And I think there's a whole sensor suite on the back of it too he's going to get into.
And it can be worn all day.
Oh, battery life.
For any occasion. It's much about personal technology as it is style and taste.
Using that crown is so obvious.
Yeah.
Right? This is what I was saying on the pre-show. It's like when you think about it, of course that's how you would do it.
Yeah.
But nobody else has done that yet.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
The way it looks.
Of course that would make a great home button. That seems
obvious.
Yeah.
But it's just like, why didn't anybody else think of this?
I was thinking they're going to have to build it into the strap.
Yeah.
And we prepared a video of that this morning that Johnny Ive narrates.
Of course.
There is no one better to tell the story than Johnny. And I would like to run it for you now.
You know, it's driven Apple from the beginning, this compulsion to take incredibly powerful technology and make it accessible, relevant, and ultimately personal.
The White Room.
We've designed a range of products so personal, you don't put them on your desk or in your pocket, you wear them on your wrist. And we conceived, designed and developed Apple Watch as a completely singular product. You know, you can't determine a boundary between the physical object and the software. We're introducing an unparalleled level of technical innovation combined with a design that connects with the wearer at an intimate level to both embrace individuality and inspire desire.
That's a slick display there.
Yeah.
The watch senses that you're raising your wrist and then activates the display. You see an organization of apps that, while new, is somehow familiar.
Yeah.
Navigation
the health app.
is fluid and vital.
Oh, look at that.
Magnifying content on a small display is fundamentally important. So we've developed a whole new interface specific to the challenges associated with a product this small. The digital crown is a remarkable input device. It fluidly zooms into apps. It enables nimble, precise adjustment.
That's great. That's a great UI.
Critically, you can use it without obstructing the display. It's also the home button.
See, it makes intuitive sense, just like the click wheel did.
Apps
What? That was answering a phone call.
Lightweight interaction.
Oh, Siri too.
Smart replies and dictation let you respond quickly to messages.
Yeah, buddy.
Glances
Voice dictation
let you swipe through information efficiently. And pressing the button below the digital crown instantly shows you friends you can contact in just seconds. And with digital touch, we've developed an entirely new way for you to connect intimately with others. You can get someone's attention with a gentle tap. You can send a quick sketch. Or you can even share something as personal as your own heartbeat. These are subtle ways to communicate that technology often inhibits rather than enables.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
These apps all take advantage of the flexible Retina display. It's been laminated to a machined and polished single crystal of sapphire.
This is probably one of the best videos we've ever done.
That's the second hardest transparent material after diamond.
Really hard.
In addition to the digital crown, we've had to invent other input technologies designed specifically for a product this small. So as well as sensing touch, the display also senses force, quite literally adding a new dimension to the user interface. Tiny electrodes around the display recognize the difference between a tap and a press. This provides instant access to a whole range of contextually specific controls.
I'd like to see how that works.
Time, and with
that could be
great
confusing.
intention, we've designed not only what you see, but also what you hear and feel.
How can you take a call? It must be
We've
linked to the phone.
developed a linear actuator that provides haptic feedback to complement your interactions. This Taptic engine, combined with the audio feedback from our water-resistant speaker, creates a discrete and nuanced experience.
You could control your camera with
it?
it?
The watch
That's what it
is
looks
a
like.
custom-designed chip that integrates many subsystems
But why would you want
into
to, is
one
my question.
remarkably compact
pose,
module,
set it somewhere and walk
which
away.
is then
Oh, there's
completely
that, yeah.
encapsulated to protect the electronics. It's essentially miniaturizing an entire computer system
That's
onto
neat.
a
Yeah.
single chip.
That's wow. So maybe waterproof then?
The zirconia
Hopefully.
back has 4 sapphire lenses.
Zirconian back.
Infrared and visible light LEDs, along with photosensors, detect your pulse rate.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Using its gyroscope and accelerometer, and the GPS and Wi-Fi from your iPhone, the watch provides a comprehensive picture of your daily activity. This allows it to establish and suggest goals and reward fitness milestones. The back crystal also houses a unique charging solution that combines our MagSafe technology with inductive charging.
Nice.
Completely
Wow, hey, that's
sealed,
cool.
it requires no alignment or exposed contacts. Apple Watch is incredibly accurate. It uses multiple technologies, keeping time to plus or minus 50 milliseconds. We have worked closely with horological experts from around the world to help us understand the cultural and historical significance of timekeeping. And this has profoundly informed our design.
Huh.
What does that mean?
We know that wearing something
There's more
all
than one way to
day,
keep time.
every day, becomes as much about personal preference and self-expression as functionality. So we've designed a range of watch faces.
That's kind of what I mean here.
So there's customization there too, but the straps could become like the new phone case, where people customize it. Third parties make different
Personalize
straps.
both their appearance
Look at Mickey
and
Mouse.
their capability.
Love Mickey.
It's a great UI.
Oh yeah, totally.
Personalization extends way beyond the interface.
Look at
We have designed
magnetic clasp is
6
genius.
different straps and a mechanism that makes the straps easily
And it had to be that
interchangeable
way.
with a refinement and precision that's born of functionality. The Sport Band, in a range of bold colors, is made from a tough, durable, sweat and chemical resistant high-performance elastomer. The leather loop comes in a soft, quilted leather that conceals magnets for fastening and adjustment.
Oh, that's cool.
We've used traditional leather, but in a new sports context that's designed for optimum comfort. The supple, handcrafted leather modern buckle closes with a solid metal clasp
That's nice.
and wraps
Yeah, I
symmetrically
saw that in
around
the
the
video.
wrist.
Yeah, huge.
Now is that a sticker that you put on the
The simple
crown?
leather classic buckle references traditional watch
Ooh, I like that
vocabulary.
classic one too.
Yeah.
And the stainless steel link bracelet
Heyo.
has a
Yeah.
slim deployment clasp
I
that
can't
is
wear this one.
contained within a 2.6
Yeah, Ange can't wear this one.
millimeter
Yeah.
band.
Your
I'm
skin?
allergic.
Yeah, she has the same thing.
Yeah.
The Milanese loop is crafted from a fluid, flexible stainless steel mesh
Oh, that's
with a
cool.
magnetic closure that has an elegant simplicity and is infinitely adjustable. Now, of course, we knew one size wouldn't fit everyone, so
Oh.
we've also
Wow.
developed
Did
a
not see this
smaller
coming.
watch with matching smaller straps.
So for the ladies,
From
the
different
smaller
cases and straps,
Yeah, maybe.
we've actually created 3 distinct collections. The first, Apple Watch, features a polished case made from a custom alloy of stainless steel.
They haven't said anything about voice input yet.
No.
I'm pretty damn impressed though.
Me too.
This the first watch that I've seen that I would definitely say I'm interested in. I have not been interested in the other ones yet.
Has an ion exchange cover glass and an anodized aluminium case.
What we don't know is how dependent is it on the
stronger
phone?
than standard alloys, and yet
If it's
it's
dependent on the phone,
incredibly
that's a deal
light
breaker
and
for me.
durable. Apple Watch Edition is made from 18-karat gold that our metallurgists have developed to be up to twice as hard as
This is
standard
going to be
gold.
the new status symbol, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, this will be the hipster status symbol.
Yep.
Here you go.
Creating beautiful objects that are as simple and pure as they are functional, well, that's always been our goal at Apple. We designed Apple Watch as a whole range of products.
We don't know the price yet,
enabling
right?
millions
We do not know the
of
price
unique designs, unparalleled personalization, both in appearance and capability. I think we're now at a compelling beginning, actually designing technology to be worn, to be truly personal.
That's their best video ever.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's always weird that Johnny Ive doesn't come to these events, but man, does he do a great voiceover.
Oh, yeah.
But great for parodies, too.
We've been working on Apple Watch.
Now I'll go to the church, say your prayers. We still have that huge building.
That's right. They haven't unveiled that yet.
We've been working on Apple Watch a long time, and we assembled an amazing team to do so. It covered every discipline at Apple. One of the key people is here this morning. He led our software effort. He's Kevin Lynch. And I'd like to invite Kevin up on stage to give you the very first live demo of Apple Watch.
You can see it on
Kevin?
Cook's wrist. All right, so this is Kevin Lynch. iPhone will be required with the iWatch.
I'm so excited to show you our work, and I'm wearing Apple Watch right here.
It's a good size.
Now, to give you a better look, since this is a little hard for you to see, we've built a custom one that's connected to the display here. So let's take a look at that.
They always do this.
Now, I also have my iPhone, which is required with Apple Watch. And the first thing you're going to see on your watch when you look at it is the clock. Now, we thought a lot when we were designing Apple Watch about how to really reveal all of the great ecosystem of applications on this device. And we wanted to build it in a way that was really easy to find and use. So we've connected it to the digital crown. So if I press the digital crown at the top here, it takes me out to my applications. Very easy to get out to my apps. Now, when I'm here, you can see the clock is the center of the universe. And the apps you frequently use, you might put around the clock here. You can arrange these how you like. And I can pan just by simply swiping on the screen here. I can go from one area to another of my applications. I can also get an overview of all of my apps just by rotating the crown. I will zoom out to a universe of apps. And you can arrange this just how you like. And by tapping, you can go right into a neighborhood of apps.
Just a little background on Kevin Lynch. He used to work at Adobe as one of their main Flash folks. And then he left Adobe and went to Apple.
It's very simple. Of course, you just tap on one of them. Here's the clock. Now, the watch faces can be customized just how you like. You can choose different ones. You can arrange them just for yourself. And to customize your watch face, you just force touch on the display, and it goes back a little bit. Now I can simply swipe over here, and I can choose another watch face. So if I like this one, I can tap on it. That's now my watch face. I can also customize the appearance and the functionality of these faces. So again, if I force touch here, it will bring me out, and I can choose Customize. And here I can change the color of the face. Just by rotating the crown, I can change the color here and slide in some different colors on my watch. Or if I want to change the functionality of this face, I can just swipe over, and the green outline shows me what I'm currently changing. So I'll change the center area just by rotating the crown again. You can see I have a variety of information I can pull in here right on my watch face. This is my next meeting, which I use a lot, so I'll keep this just by force touching. Let's look at a couple of other faces we have here. This is one of my favorite ones. This is called the astronomy face, and it shows you where you are in the Earth. So if you wake up and forget where you are, you can just look here. And you can go fly to the moon. If you tap on the bottom left here, it will actually fly me over to the moon.
That's
this is the
actually
current
really
moon
great.
phase.
Yeah,
We
I was
scheduled
gonna
our
say
event
about
on a
that,
nice full moon. So this will look great here.
If you know you wake up, you don't know where you are in the world,
Yeah.
dude, lay off the alcohol, dude. That's a bad hangover.
You need more than a watch.
The next quarter one's happening and the next full in about a month. So it's a lot of fun to play with some of these faces as well. In addition to the Earth and the Moon, I can zoom out even further, and I can look at the whole solar system. And you can see where all the planets, this is the actual position of the planets right now for this time.
Like, useless, but...
And if you forget which planets are which, I can just double tap here and it will
totally
give
into
me a little
astronomy.
cheat sheet.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, like, showing this to my kids.
Oh, yeah.
So let's fly back here now to the Earth.
But then the zooming thing.
So that's a great watch.
Linux has had that.
Yeah.
There's a whole variety of watch faces here. We spent a lot of time just doing some beautiful work here on the appearance of the faces. This is a nice analog one. Now, in addition to looking at the time, we also thought it's really important to look at other information as well. So how do we represent that in a really glanceable way? So we've created something called glances. And the way you get to glances is you just swipe up from the bottom of the watch face, and you'll see information that you choose to have here. It can be from our built-in apps, it can be from third-party apps, and you can arrange these just how you like. Here's my next meeting, and if I just swipe horizontally, I can see things like where I'm located, here at Flint Center, the current weather outside, NASDAQ, stock quote, and world time, where I can see music I'm currently playing on devices around me. And with this, you can actually control music on your iPhone, music on iTunes on your computer, or the music that's stored right on your Apple Watch. Here I've got it connected to my iPhone, which is plugged into the speakers in this room, so it will sound really good. So let's listen to a little Coldplay here.
So it stores music too.
Or it's at least talking to the phone.
It can talk to the phone, but he said it also stores music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So there must be some storage on there.
Wait, so this is the new now?
Now you can control tracks and volume, everything you'd expect right here from your watch. And when you're done with glances, you just swipe down and they go away. Now, in addition to your looking at information, you may have information coming to you. And when you're notified of things on Apple Watch, we're using the Taptic engine to give you feedback on your wrist.
Okay,
it's just like somebody tapping you on the
Pebble
wrist very
does this.
gently.
Yeah.
And even if you're sitting right next to someone, they won't be able to tell that you're getting notified. It's very subtle, but you'll feel
I
it on
like
your own
that.
wrist.
Yeah.
So you won't be able to hear it because that's
what information,
annoying.
of course, will come and notify you on your watch. And if you do choose to look at something that's coming in, you just raise your wrist, and the notification will come in.
That's
just like this.
nice.
That's good.
Here's a calendar invitation. Excellent. I'm invited to the karaoke
Exact
outing.
karaoke outing. From Eddie Q.
So I can swipe
the guy
up
with the
there,
shirt.
and I can just see information about where it's at and time. And then I have buttons that are specific to that type of notification. Different buttons will come with different notifications. Here it's a calendar invite, so I can accept or decline, or maybe I'm totally going to go accept. Now, you might also get other notifications. Here's one from Johnny. Am I going with Love Shack or Wild Thing? I think he's teasing me. I'm going to press reply. Now, we've created something called QuickBoard to enable really quick replies to messages that you're getting.
It knows.
You can see here, we've actually analyzed the text that's coming in and picked out some things you might want to just tap on and send back.
Yeah, it's using that NSA API.
Yeah.
You've licensed the Genesis programming technology and produced it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's some bacon to fry for tomorrow.
Now I can
I
also
love that
use
it parses it.
dictation
That
to
makes it
reply.
quick.
Yeah, that is cool.
That will send either an audio recording of my voice, or it can convert that to text and
Oh,
send
yeah,
it. Or it
the
can use
voice
a
memo
new
feature.
selection of animated emoji that we've created for Apple Watch. Let's use an emoji. So I'm going to tap there. And we've got a great collection here of emoji. These are hands, hearts, and then also faces. I think I'll choose a face to send back to Johnny. Now, when you're actually sending a face here, you can control both the eyes and the mouth to get just the right expression you'd like to send to somebody. So here I'll just edit this a little bit. I'll make it, this is a winking one if I change the eye.
That's what I'm going to send to Ange all the time.
With the mouth here, I can change that.
Hey, baby.
I think that's perfect to
I'm
send
gonna
back
send
to
that
Johnny.
one to Johnny.
All right?
I send all the time.
And so I'll just press send. Now that's sending an animated emoji to Johnny. He can view that on his phone or his watch, and it has the same kind of lively character that I just created. And that lets you send a lot of emotion without interacting very much at all on your watch.
No words on payments from the watch, right?
do.
That seems like a key piece.
That should be
The first
huge.
one is that we've
Unless
built
they're going to
Siri
do a
into
one more
Apple
thing
Watch.
within a one more
Well,
thing.
I see
So we can do
Passbook on
Siri
there.
just by pressing the digital crown here and ask a question like what movies are playing, for example. What movies are playing tonight in Cupertino?
That's a
So
neat
Siri will
UI.
go out and check that information. It comes back with a list of movies that are playing around us here in Cupertino. And I can use the crown to scroll this, or I can use my finger to scroll the list. Now, I'll just tap on Guardians of the Galaxy, because that one looks really cool. And you can see we get some very nice poster art there. We can see the ratings, who's in the movie, lots of information, including showtime, synopsis. So you can use a lot of Siri functionality right here on your wrist with Apple Watch. Now, we also looked at how you can carry your photos with you. And it's almost like having a little locket of photos right here with you. So we've got a Photos app here. And now, of course, precious photos number in the hundreds rather than a couple. So here you can see an overview much like you can on your iPhone. Now, though, I can use the digital crown to zoom right in to photos and see which ones I'd like to look at. Or I can easily just pan around and look at photos from different times. And if I'd like to, I can tap on photos and bring them in larger on the screen here. And I can look at them one by one just by swiping.
Fat finger in the middle, though.
Yeah.
So this is a really great way to bring your precious photos with you. Now,
yeah,
default,
or it could be pulling some of these down from iCloud.
iPhone or your Mac will just show up on your Apple Watch. It can be any collection that you like to show.
Oh, he just said you can browse collections from your watch or your Mac,
One other
too.
app I'd like to show you is Maps, which is amazing to have a Maps application on such a little device. So let's tap on Maps here. Of course, it shows me where I'm at here at Flint Center.
I guess for walking, this might be handy. I guess. I'm not sure. In what situation would I use this over my phone ever?
Especially if you're driving. That would be bad.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That would be bad.
Maybe just for quick checkups, and then you could leave the screen of your phone off to save battery.
Or say you're in a crowded vehicle.
Yeah.
And you want to see where you're at.
I could also see, like, if I'm going to go on, like, a 4-hour car trip, I don't need to have my phone on for all that, and I could just check my wrist from time to time just to get a quick status update.
Or you're out in the woods hiking, and you want to see exactly where you're at, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you could look at your list from the from the wheel of the car.
Not practically.
Well, I was kind of thinking, like, if I had both hands up on the wheel and I get a message, it's just a quick flick of my wrist now to look down and see if it's anything I need to worry about. Whereas before, I got to dig my phone out of my pocket, turn the screen on, unlock it.
Yeah, see, that's why I mount my phone to my windshield.
Well, you could do that too. Yeah.
So let's get walking directions to Whole Foods.
That you can see. So
figuring out the best way to get there now. And I'm going to press start, and it's going to do a little simulated walk so you can see how it goes here. Now, while you're walking, Apple Watch will give you taptic feedback on each turn, so you'll know whether it's time to turn left or to turn right. And those feelings are different for each direction. So you can actually know without even looking at your watch which way to go. It's like having this invisible guide with you.
That's really fascinating.
That's pretty precise.
Well, what happens if you get that mixed up, though?
Yeah, well, you gotta. Maybe if you can't feel the difference, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
The last app I'd like to show you is one that we worked on a lot in terms of communication. We thought hard about how to enable a new form of communication, given that we have the Taptic engine and you're wearing Apple Watch. We've created something called Digital Touch. And you get to your friends with Digital Touch by pressing this button right below the digital crown. And there are my friends. Of course, you can choose who you'd like to have here in your friend list. And I can communicate with someone just by tapping. So I'll tap here on my friend Jeff. And I can either phone him, or I can send him a message. Or if I tap right in the center, I can create this new form of digital touch communication with Jeff. And here I can draw and tap and have a much richer live communication with Jeff. He and I go out to lunch a lot, so we've now established this little code. When we're getting hungry, we can just tap each other, and we'll feel it on our wrist. So I'll just do the triple tap here for going to lunch. We'll see if Jeff is getting hungry like I am right now. Okay, so we do this a lot. That means what's for lunch, so I know that. So I know that Jeff really loves sushi, so I'm going to bring up the color pick here and pick a nice
sushi.
Blue color, and I'm going to draw a fish. So I know how much Jeff loves sushi. Drawing in front of millions of people is really fun. Okay.
Nice fish.
There's my fish. What do you think? So that's being sent now. Jeff is really excited. I don't know if you noticed, he just sent me his heartbeat. He doesn't always do that. It was a special day. And that's not just an emoji. That actually is reading the heart rate off of Jeff's wrist with Apple Watch and sending me his heartbeat so I can feel it on my wrist.
Yeah, don't send me your heart rate, okay? I'll send it to Anne.
This new form of communication with digital touch.
Honestly,
so those are just a few things.
What's that?
This is the perfect Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah.
A glimpse.
If I send you can send me your heartbeat back.
Yeah.
Yeah. My heartbeats are reserved for Amy.
I'll be drawing penises and then getting heartbeat back.
Are you looking for a golden status symbol that allows you to receive discrete text messages from your mistress? Apple Watch.
Dirty sexting not enough?
To work with the team. Now, in addition to the work we've been doing, we've also been working to enable third-party developers to extend their apps to Apple Watch. And apps are, of course, something we pioneered with the App Store on the iPhone, and developers create things that do things we never imagined were possible. And we think there's a great opportunity now in Apple Watch for them. So we've created something to enable this on the Apple Watch. Initially, notifications will just show up. So for example, if you've got a notification from Facebook coming in, it'll look like this. If you choose to have these appear on your watch, you can have any of your third-party apps appear here, and they look very simple. Now, you can extend this even further and create a much more integrated experience with Apple Watch with something called WatchKit. WatchKit is something that enables developers to create rich, actionable notifications with those buttons, WatchKit apps that appear right on the home screen, and also the glances that we saw. So here are a few examples of this. Here we have Twitter with a notification coming in.
Oh boy.
And you can see it's using the same layout as the original tweet, but now it's much richer with images and text. It looks like the Twitter brand, and it has buttons that you'd like to use to favorite or retweet right on that message. Now, in addition to custom notifications, you can also create apps that appear on the home screen. Here's the Twitter app. If I tap on that, it will just launch the app. And here I can view things on my timeline, look at trending tweets, or I can actually tweet from my Apple Watch by tapping on the top there.
I'm almost impressed they're shipping a 1.0 that supports third-party apps.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's really great. American Airlines has created a great experience all the way from checking in with one tap on your watch all the way through collecting your bags.
Huh.
When you're checking into a hotel, Starwood Hotels has created...
So the question here is, can third-party developers create a better heads-up display than Google can with Google Now? Right? Because the advantage Google has with Google Now is they're indexing all of your data, and they can generate this info for you, and they don't need the participation of third-party developers.
That's right.
Apple, though, has the benefit of having excited third-party developers, but they don't index all your data.
Yeah. And there's two ways, two sides to that coin.
And it will also remind you to get off at the right stop just by using Tap Show Waiter on your wrist. Pinterest, when you've pinned sites in cities you're traveling to, it can remind you when you get near them and give you walking directions to them. BMW lets you see the charge level in your car, and if you forgot where you parked it, it will actually show you a map of where you left your car, and then directions back to it.
Yeah, I doubt that's incredibly accurate, though.
Yeah, it's going to be as limited as the GPS is, right?
Exactly.
MLB lets you see the current sports scores. Honeywell lets you control the temperature in your home. With the Lutron app, you can control the lighting and the scenes in your home with one tap. With the Nike app, you can challenge your friends to go for a run. These are just some of the examples of the great apps that are already underway for Apple Watch, and we just can't wait to see what developers are going to create on this great new platform. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this particular aspect of it is not necessarily any more. They don't have anything over the Android Wear here, and I think in this case, because Google has Google Now and third-party developer apps, they've got a bit of a head start here. So we'll that'll be really what can Apple do? Can Siri be as useful as Google Now?
Yeah.
Can the third-party apps really work very well?
Your wrist.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
I'd like to spend a moment talking
I'd like
about
Google Now to be able to
more,
do voice detection as well as Siri.
Health and fitness. This is a very important area for me and a very important area for Apple. Apple builds great products that enrich people's lives, and arguably we can take that to a whole new level with Apple Watch. Being more active, as it turns out, is one of the best things you can do to improve your health. And Apple Watch gives us the ability to motivate people to be more active and more healthy. So if you're just someone who wants to be a bit more active, or maybe you just want to track what you're doing during the day, or perhaps you exercise regularly, or even if you're a very serious athlete.
So this is a unique take that Apple can take. Is this health aspect is a narrative of these Apple products. This is what they're selling. They're elegant, they're well designed, and they're gonna make you a better person. That's what they're selling here, and I think that's actually a really good that's pretty smart because it's like what's the thing they have over the other guy? Well, these are also all focused on making you more healthy, making you better.
I mean that's what even their opening was all about, enriching your life and making it much better.
And the health tracking stuff, and they have the sensors for the heartbeat.
Adding good things to the world is just like, okay.
Yeah.
Apple to
It's
work
part of the
on
image.
Apple Watch. And in the video that follows, they're going to show you how all of this comes together to give you a comprehensive view of your daily activity.
All right, another video. Now, still no mention of payments or price.
Apple Watch is designed to help anyone who wears it lead a healthier life by being more active. From people who just want to be more active throughout their day, to those who work out a few times a week, to athletes committed to improving their performance. Apple Watch brings together the capabilities of an all-day fitness tracker and a highly advanced sports watch in one device you can wear all the time.
I have to be honest.
It can track a wider
The Fitbit has been preparing
because it's able to
me for this. Like, I enjoyed the Fitbit. It made me realize what I could use. I actually think these are actual usable features.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has a custom sensor that can measure intensity by tracking your heart rate, and it uses the GPS and Wi-Fi in your iPhone to track how far you've moved. We wanted to give you the most complete picture of your all-day activity, and not just highlight the quantity of movement, but the quality and frequency as well. So the Activity app on Apple Watch measures 3 separate aspects of movement, with the goal of helping you sit less, move more, and get some exercise. The Move Ring measures the calories you've burned. That gives you the best overview of how active you are. The Move Ring is customized to you, and you close it when you hit your personal calorie goal for the day. The Exercise Ring captures the brisk activity that you've done. This doesn't necessarily mean hardcore exercise. It means any activity done at the level of a brisk walk or above. You close the ring when you hit the globally recommended 30 minutes of exercise per day. And it doesn't even need to be all at once. The Stand Ring shows how often you've stood up to take a break from sitting.
I like that too.
Which helps you minimize your sedentary time.
That's a good way to conceptualize it.
Thing, but sitting less can go a long ways towards improving your health. A complete ring means that you've stood for at least 1 minute in 12 different hours during the day. There's also a dedicated workout app to provide more detailed measurement when you need it most. You can select your workout from a list of popular activities, then set a goal based on how long you want to work out, the number of calories you want to burn, or the distance you want to go. And during your workout, you can see in a glance how far, how fast, and how long you've been at it. When you're done, you can end your workout, see an entire summary of your session, and earn awards for your achievements. The Fitness app on the iPhone stores all your activity data and lets you see your workout history whenever you want. It also shares your data with the Health app, where it can be accessed by health and fitness-related third-party apps.
Can I get it out?
Yeah. I was thinking I could stand to stand more often.
Over time, Apple Watch actually gets to know you the way a good personal trainer would. It's designed to deliver intelligent reminders to keep you motivated and on track. And it can suggest goals that are personal, realistic, and most important, achievable, which gives you a far better chance of succeeding. Apple Watch is going to greatly improve the way we keep track of our activity and change the way we look at fitness. We think it's going to help a lot of people live a better day and a healthier life.
We could not be more excited about bringing these health and fitness features to the Apple Watch. Apple Watch required some deep innovation. It's a precise timepiece with incredible ability to customize. It's a new, innovative, intimate way to communicate directly from your wrist. And it's a comprehensive health and fitness device. And it is so much more that we don't have time to cover this morning. I use mine to control my Apple TV.
I was just thinking good for the Roku.
Another member of the team loves to use theirs as a viewfinder for their iPhone camera.
That's awesome.
Still another loves the walkie-talkie ability. The list of features is a mile long. And I'm certain when developers get their hands on the developer kit, that list will get even longer, and there will be things that we couldn't even imagine in it. Apple Watch has been curated into 3 collections: the Apple Watch Sport, and the Apple Watch Edition. Apple Watch requires the iPhone because it's been designed to seamlessly work together, like with handoff, where you might read an email on your watch and then respond to it on the iPhone.
That's good.
The email
that makes sense.
appears right in the lock screen of your iPhone. It's really cool. Of course, Apple Watch works with iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus, but we've also designed it so that it will work with iPhone 5, iPhone 5C, and iPhone 5S.
I did not expect that.
This means that over 200 million people already can use Apple Watch.
Lumia decided to
Now,
buy a promotion on
the usage of Apple Watch through the
Twitter today
to be incredible because there's so many different things you can do with it. And so we've designed it so that it's simple to charge at night. We're using inductive charging. It has a magnet and it aligns perfectly to the back of the watch. It is so simple and elegant. It's something only Apple could do. Apple Watch starts at only $349. And it will be available early next year, and it is worth the wait.
Early next year.
We think people are going to love to use Apple Watch.
No payments.
They're going to love to wear it.
That'll probably happen in 2.0.
It's something functional, yet incredibly beautiful.
I guess if you have to have the phone to use the watch.
Yeah, good point.
Enriches their
Might as well
lives.
pull the phone out at that point.
Apple Watch is the most personal device Apple has ever created. We are so excited about Apple Watch, and I hope you are as well.
Now we get the building announcement. What's in there? We're going to go back there. You can see one. We have a fashion show. What is it?
What's in the vault?
It's been an incredibly fun morning for us. You've seen the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. These are the best iPhones we've ever made. And they have amazing larger displays, but more importantly, they're better in every single way. It's the biggest advancement in the history of iPhone. And Apple Pay. It's going to change the way you pay for things forever.
It will work with the watch.
And everything you need is right in your iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. Now, it also works with another product.
Yeah, there you go.
Here it is.
Apple Pay will work with Apple Watch.
Yep. Had to.
Everything
I don't know. I mean, if you have to have the phone,
built
I don't
right
know.
into Apple Watch.
Unless the phone can, unless the watch can connect to
So
Wi-Fi and
now,
handle it.
Yeah.
The foundation of Apple
Well, it said
is
it has a
built
Wi-Fi chip
on
built in.
the best personal computers in the world with the Macintosh, the best tablets in the world with iPad, the best phones in the world with iPhone, made even better today.
Oh, but not the best stream in the world.
Yeah.
Not the best stream in the world. And right here at the end, too. Right at the very end of the big thing. Now, the word was that there's going to be somebody to come out on stage. I think it's going to just be a band.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's the iWatch, $349. Requires an iPhone, so it's kind of an expensive iPhone accessory.
Oh, yeah.
Does do the payment system. Available early next year. No exact dates yet.
And now adding Apple Watch. Apple Watch, the most personal device we've ever created. It will redefine what people expect from a watch. Now,
Here it is.
there's one other thing I'd like to talk about,
Uh-huh. One other thing, not one more thing.
and that is our love for music.
Uh-huh. That had to happen.
Music runs deep in Apple's DNA. It runs through the core of all of our products. Apple changed the way people listen to music a decade ago, and iTunes has been at the center of that experience. We celebrate our love for music with the iTunes Festival.
So we're going to kill iTunes. We're going to kill iTunes. We're going to kill iTunes.
As we speak in London at the historic Roundhouse. Tonight, Sam Smith will be performing. Over the years, we've had some of the best musical artists in history performing at the iTunes Festival, and some of the best performing at our own Apple events.
So maybe the U2 rumor was going to pan out.
And through that time, we've built a very deep relationship with the music industry and the artists that make it up. A decade ago, we began a very deep collaboration with one of the best bands of all time.
Yeah,
and that
has to be U2. Because of the red watch.
That band is U2.
The red iPod. Go ahead and clear back to that.
Concert in the white box, Eric?
U2 has agreed to perform for
no,
you
I saw some
today.
guys going behind
and
the camera.
We could not be more excited about this. U2 is among the most respected artists in the world, among the best-selling. They've won more Grammy Awards than any single band in history.
And it's part of their contract that I say all this before they come on stage?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And as accomplished as they are in music, they have also made incredible accomplishments by focusing on human rights causes and the advancement of the human race. It is an incredible honor for us to have U2 join us on stage and perform.
So no word on the white box.
No word on the white box.
It's kind of what I want to know the most out of all of this.
Yeah. It's a mystery in a white box.
That's neat, though, for the folks that are there.
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, how often do you get to be at a U2 concert?
To be somewhere near your voice was all I had.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So that wraps us up. We have a watch for $349. Not a smartwatch. Don't call it a smartwatch. It's just a watch. We've got 2 new iPhones. One that goes up to 128 gigabytes with optical image stabilization. iOS 8 on the 17th. New iPhone on the 19th. iWatch early next year. Mobile payment system. Pretty much everything everybody predicted, right? It was kind of right with all the rumors.
I don't think there was any wool being pulled over anybody's eyes in this case.
No, I think this is kind of what everybody expected.
Totally.
They
yeah.
tried to hide it, but they did it really badly.
Yeah. Very, very true. Very true. So there you go. I think that'll wrap up Tech Talk Today's coverage of the iPhone event, probably because we're not, I'm sure, licensed to stream that.
No.
The Apple stream, not the best performer, but we made it work. And I think we got all of the relevant information.
Yeah, we got the information that we were looking for, except for that white box.
We still don't know. We'll watch the blogs and see if something comes out of that.
I'm willing to bet that's where they're going to have all the the hands-on demos and whatnot.
So after that...
Someone suggested it's the green room.
It's the green room.
Yeah. Maybe that's where Johnny Ive is. Maybe that's where Johnny Ive is at. So after this concert, I presume Tim will come out on stage and say goodbye to everybody. So we'll do that now. We'll say goodbye to everybody, and we'll leave with an old Apple product that also was a bit resolutionary. Join us tomorrow for Tech Talk Today, and please support the network over at patreon.com/today. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. See you back here on Wednesday, and we'll leave you with a little inspiration.
Newton is digital. Newton is personal.
Wait for it.
Newton is magic. Newton is as powerful as a computer. Newton is as simple as a piece of paper. Newton Newton is intelligent. Newton learns about you, understands you. Newton is news. Newton can receive a page, it sends faxes, and soon electronic mail. Newton lets you communicate with the whole world, and if there's anything this world could use, it is more communication.